Alright, timestamp. It is August 4th, 2025, a little bit after 9, couple minutes. I have got Scrappy Acorn. Oh, you want to come out, old man? Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. There's that paint. That spray paint smell again. Wondering if the heat of the day there may be a sorry about that close-up of my nostrils. Now it's gone again. It gotta be like residual of sorts. We're going this way. Dude, come on. I'm gonna walk around you then. Because I would like to get off the death trap that, not sure what I just stepped on. The death trap that is the lanai in Near Darkness. Just had leftovers of the teriyaki chicken. And I have great respect for the Mexican culture. Because I just want to take a nap. Okay, Bunny! I don't even know if you could see that. Scrappy, the bunny's long gone out of there. That was quite the chase. Yeah, keep looking over there. You're good. Pointless. Alright. Very, very, very cloudy. Coming up on a full moon. I think that's in a few days. I can barely see what's there because the cloud cover. I know, because I always have the Weather Channel website up. Yeah, you're a lot warmer now. She already went under the fence, man. She's pulling out Carrot Weekly. So the Weather Channel website around 2 o'clock this afternoon said, the rain would dissipate soon, but it didn't actually rain here. It was like 15-20% for hours, but it never actually did anything over here. Got my girl to her eye appointment. She drove there, I drove us back because they dilated her. And she sat on the couch for a couple hours. Watching, I think it was a C-drama. I don't honestly know. She was having fun. Watching a C-drama with tortilla chips and salsa. It was a cross-cultural experience. Mostly did admin stuff this morning. I may actually take a nap when I go in. I woke up early for me by a telemarketer that called me a week ago. I recognized his voice, not AI. He wanted to talk to me about the vacation that I signed up for. I again asked to be taken off the list, and he argued with me about how I had signed up for this, and he was going to tell me about it. I'm like, look, dude, I've told you no 3 times. Told you I didn't sign up for it. I've done sales training. You got your third no. Move on. But he kept wanting to argue with me. I finally hung up on him. Once you get your third no in sales, your prospective client's pretty well dug in at that point. You're just wasting your time. That's all you're doing. You know, if you've been objectively, definitively been told no 3 times, move on. Move on. That's one of your no's. Get closer to that yes, you know? But yeah, I signed up for this within the past 6 months. And obviously I'm interested. I should hear about it. It's like, dude, I didn't sign up for anything. If you knew what I've been doing the past 6 months, you'd know that I didn't sign up for anything. I'm somehow on your mailing list. You're a cold call center. I know the game. Yeah, there's that spray paint smell. It came from this stack. That's where the scent was yesterday. And that would make sense too as far as the explosion. Because Tiny heard it from my side of the house and I heard it from her side of the house. And that's perfectly in between where we both were. Let's grab. Come on, man. Not too bad a haunted house sound, right? Come on. Come on. Come on. In your own time. There you go. Yeah, see, you got it. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, we took the blinds off that back door. They were just so beat up. Just kind of pointless and annoying more than anything. And if anybody's so close past the, we do a pepperoni because he can't handle the hard cookies. If somebody's so close they can look in the window. There you go. Go, Scrap. There you go. There you go, Trip. Oh, Jinx. Jinx, did you want one too? Is that why you just suddenly got up and took 3 steps in my direction? Because, well, that sounds... You know, I could perhaps do some sort of a cookie if you're giving them out, I guess. Okay. There you go. Oh. So, did some admin stuff. I think I am going to take a nap. Yeah. Oh yeah. I need to remember that I'm allowed to do those things. If I feel the need, you know. Health-wise, I feel okay. Alright. Yeah, I was working on my garage sale list as far as what I feel I should have out. Because I want to have a little bit of a variety of things to work with. And I'm going to let people know that we're going to be doing this like every Saturday or nearly every Saturday. Because we need to. Because, yikes. But yeah, Pix and Tiny were in the workshop, again, boxing things, trying to create space. And I was in here doing odds and ends. Kind of trying to gear up because we want to do garage sale on Saturday. Today's Monday. It's a good idea to plan now. We've been trying to do one for a couple weeks now, and something either comes up or we're just not in a position where it makes sense to try it. But I think I've got enough stuff isolated and or priced. There's still some stuff that I need to like look up online and see. Make sure I'm not, about to sell something incredibly rare for $5 or whatnot. But bottom line is we need to get rid of this stuff. Because, yikes. Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out why Hex was all worked up. There's like a horsefly or something in here. My tuxedo is very riled up. He loves hunting moths and things like that. But yeah, we need to start thinning the herd. Dear God. So by the time we got out of her eye appointment, she was in probably about an hour. The place where she would get glasses or whatnot was already closed for the day, so we're gonna have to go back. Bright side, she'll be able to see better, so she wants me there to help her pick them out. She's like, you never let me look bad, so that's nice. I may not necessarily be a fashion play. This is just casual, But I know it looks good. Hold on a second. I thought Tiny was coming out. It's one of the bigger mugs. This was actually here. I don't know where my parents got it, but somebody got this in the past year or two because it wasn't here 2 years ago. It's pretty cool. Whole bunch of Disney on it. It's like a 15 or 18 ounce. Some Harry and David vanilla cream brulee. Sold a couple things on eBay. Need to get those packaged and out the door. Might be able to do it tomorrow. We're still figuring out what days she's coming over this week. I need to mow what's left of the front yard because it's getting kind of tall. It's like really tall grass or dirt. Come on, Scrap. You okay? That's my leg. Man, your breath is hot. I'm already wearing denim. Don't do that. It's like breathing on my leg. It's like, wow. Be sure and get the other side too, evenly browned. Yeah, I checked the couch again. I didn't see any activity, so I'm wondering if... I know I didn't kill them off completely because they're here. They're watching. I know it's going to require professional treatment, but maybe I've got them at bay where my bed is concerned. I'm going to check again before I sit down and take a nap, anything, because the other night sucked. I've actually got that right there. You can see it. Yep. That's not heroin. That's, at one point I woke up, I think I'd mentioned I had two crawling up my arm, one of which was biting me. Left a mark. It just like hell too. It doesn't now, but it did yesterday. So I do not like them. They must go. But we've got so much to do to get ready for that. I'm hoping we can do that. Mid-August would be splendid, but I think it's probably going to be end of August by the time we get the guy out here. So, meantime, just need to continually spray the areas where we're going to be reclining. See if we can kind of keep them at bay until we can actually eliminate them completely. Really, really trying not to feel overwhelmed. Try and stay positive, but damn. Talked to Brian. Brian came down and visited a little bit this morning. Didn't like extensively look around or whatnot, but he could see some of the stuff we're working on. He was like, oh, you kids have got so much to do. It's like, yeah, thanks, yeah, we know. Thanks, yeah, we know. That's funny because we do have a few friends here and there that have said, it's just a house. You guys will have that probably taken care of in a few months. The idea that we're overstating whatnot. We've shown them pictures of like rooms and stuff, and they immediately change their story to, oh dear, oh yeah, that's gonna be a while. Oh yeah, that could take a while. Sorry. We have some friends who are from cheese country. Michiganders, Wisconsin. It's weird how the Canadian accent kind of blends in just that little bit near the border. I'm overstating it, but just like when you really consider it, when you really break it down, the New York accent, the traditional New York accent, you can see where it kind of has its roots from like an English and or an Irish accent. If you really study like the mouth movement and the actual intonations and whatnot, the enunciation. Yep. I love speech and language and studying all that stuff. But I'm weird. It's the pacemaker in their fridge that sort of works. Just don't ask. Just remembered a couple things that, because I've got a running list of this is stuff that I want to make sure I have out for garage sales. Pretty much I should have something in every category here, just because I have it here. Like there's so much framed artwork, and some of it's stupid posters, the typical niche-y kind of whatevers, and some of it's actually like artwork. They've got some rather pricier stuff that I'm going to try and maybe do Facebook Marketplace. They got some like limited edition prints and things like that. But coolers. I wanted to put coolers out because my dad has 15 or 20 igloos, various sizes. Figure put a couple out each sale. And we're keeping 5 or 6. We already have 2 or 3 of our own. There's 2 or 3 here that we're probably going to keep. But we don't need 30. And they're kind of dusty and grimy. We need to pull them in. They're in the alcove leading to the workshop. Pull them in, clean them, scrub them down, disinfect them, hit them with a flamethrower, the basics. But yeah, appliances. My dad's got 80 plus bikes, because in his spare time he would take rusty, shells of bikes, whatnot, and actually restore them to where they look like brand new bikes, pretty much. And the problem is he kept getting more and more over the past 10 years, but he hasn't actually restored one in 5 years, maybe 7. Because he used to do like a couple a month. There's a auction place. It's closed now apparently, but there was an auction place they used to go to, and occasionally there would be like a pallet of bike parts and or broken bikes, whatnot. There'd be anywhere from 10 to 40 on the pallet, and he'd buy it every time. So, and that was one thing he said to me 2 phone calls ago was, when I get home I can start working on those bikes. He's been saying that for at least 2 years. Even when I was here in 23. Yeah, I'm going to work on those bikes today. Never happened. He'd wander around trying to work on a shed or changing a lock or wondering where his drill went because the burglar got it. Accusing people of taking his drill because it had to have been somebody. Dementia sucks. Really hoping I don't run into that. His own mind has become a prison. It's pretty cruel. I can't fix him. Anyway, man, I'm bringing down the room again. Pulling out. I'm trying to consolidate my desk because toys everywhere. Because I am that dork. I am that dork. But I've got some of my Among Us figures up here now, just a few of them. Got some of my Disney Doorables. I got a couple of the Star Wars figures that I think are really cool. Got some of my Plants vs. Zombies or Garden Warfare, depending on... They more Plants vs. Zombies. I mean, there's crossover. But like, one of the ones I have up here is that one, which I don't know that they did one of those in Garden Warfare. Because this is one from the pool boards. Because you can put these, on the swimming pool. On, lily pad, and then one of these. These little guys are amazing. Cattails. These things shoot pretty much anything all the way across the screen. I always have at least 2 of these in the back row in the swimming pool. Because they do half the work for you. But this may seem silly, but I've got one representational for each one of my family members that are working on this project on my desk. So that's my girl. I of course absolutely associate with the sunflowers. Tiny. I know that you wouldn't think Tiny a chomper, but she's always loved the chompers because we used to play Garden Warfare a lot, and she's deadly with these things. And got Alex over here, who when he was playing Garden Warfare was playing. I know they did Garden Warfare 2. I don't know if they did a 3. I'm so out of touch on the consoles. I love the first one though. I haven't got the second one. Actually, it's not true. I got the second one, but I've never gotten around to playing it. I don't even know if the server is still operational. But anytime Alex was playing, he was always some variation of the pea shooters. So I thought that one was kind of fun. I've got a snow pea around here somewhere too. I personally love the snow peas. But so, one for each of my family up here on the desk, standing guard. Keep the zombies at bay. As is our mission statement. weird things like that. They're like mental, psychological triggers for me. I see that and I'm like, my family working together, we're good, you know? I'm weird. Mostly in good ways, I think. I think so. Yeah. So I think I am. I might take a nap. My schedule's my own. So take a nap. I'm gonna go over my list, kind of ponder, see if there's anything I need to add to it. I've already got a bunch of the actual stuff, like appliances. There's a huge amount of like HBC stuff that my mom was picking up. Not even gonna ask questions, but there's like bar soap, boxed single bar soap. Pardon. Bags of cotton balls, toothbrushes. I can easily do like dollar dump boxes. Speaking retail. Honestly, with the stuff that we found around here, the banker boxes, if I use those as like dump boxes, I could probably fill at least 12 banker boxes, at least. Maybe upwards to 20 with just dollar HBC type items. I'm not kidding, because there's 3 large totes. When I say large, I mean the ones that are like 4 feet long, 2 feet wide, 2 feet deep. And then there's a bunch of the small, like 15 quart ones, the ones with like little fancy latches on the sides. You know, like as big as 2 to 4 loaves of bread. There's a few of those running around with toothbrushes. Irish Spring soap, you know. I might be able to fill 20 banker boxes. I figure put a couple out per garage sale, see if I can sell them down. Because there's a few. And Mom's got a closet here that has a whole bunch of already prepped stuff that she was selling at the garage sales when they were doing garage sales 4 years ago. Because they didn't do any in the past 3. Because half the time Mom was in the hospital, and the other half Mom didn't have the energy to do it. And Dad was having a hard time navigating complex decision making. So Mom was pretty much the one telling him what to do, but if she doesn't have the energy, they're not doing it. I know they did do one, but they didn't do it here. They went to a friend of theirs who was doing a garage sale, and they did like a multi-family garage sale. They filled the truck and took it. But that was a year and a half ago. That was after we had been accused of what we got accused of, but back when Mom was talking to me again. Because three months after we broke in and stole everything that was still here, there is actually some stuff missing. But during the past 2 years, during that 3-month period, my mom began to realize the kids didn't do it. Fred lost it. Fred hid something. Yeah. But yeah, spoiler alert. Dad hid some rather valuable stuff. Some of which we found recovered and locked down. Some of which we have no idea. No idea. But I've got it in the safe deposit box, so it's been documented, sent to the lawyers, all that stuff. But there's still stuff that I know they had that it is just missing. And the weird, messed up part of this is we don't even know if we should be looking for it, or if Dad did something to permanently destroy, you know, like threw it in the lake kind of stuff. We have no idea. We have no idea, because we'd be trying to guess the actions of a man who has gone mad in his own way. No idea. No idea what he did. None at all. None at all. He may not even remember doing something, if he did something, that heinously stupid, frankly. No idea. Anyway. Tiny, the chomper, getting a reload. Yeah. I feel overwhelmed, but then I look at like the list and start ticking off things in my head as far as, this. We've already got our stuff ready to go. Now it's just a matter of we're trying to do a multi-family garage sale of sorts. It's got to keep the money separate so I can document it with the lawyer and all that. Because they're going to ask, questions about the estate and monies and all that. That's fine. I feel overwhelmed and then I don't. Because I look at the plan, what we've already got prepped, and I'm like, you know what, we're actually okay. We're okay. Do I wish we were further along? Well, yeah. Do I wish that my parents had prepared better? Absolutely. Absolutely I do. I wish they had. And it's funny because before my mom had that stroke in May of 23, she was much more on board from a team playing standpoint. It was after that stroke that she started becoming a lot more guarded and unorganized, I guess would be a nice good way of putting it. So it was a general confusion of sorts, a fog. Because before then, we were actually, she and I, talking about some of they've got just a butt ton of lamps. And some of them are just lamps. And some of them are like designer-ish. They've got some Tiffany knockoffs. Yes, I know they're knockoffs. They're not real Tiffany's. I'm not going to try and sell them like they're real Tiffany's. I don't really enjoy fraud charges. I think that would be kind of stupid. But even a good Tiffany knockoff can be worth a few bucks. And she was kind of walking me through what they had, what they'd paid for it. And there were quite a few things where she's like, we paid $200 for this. I'd like to get my money back. And because I know how to use the internet, I'd look it up and I'm like, you're not going to get your money back. You're not going to get your money back. We can try, you paid $200. We can try and get $100. We might have to fall back to like $60. But before that stroke, she was much more in the category, the mindset of, okay, well, let's get the 60 then. Let's try and get the 100, but let's get the 60. And then afterwards, when we were trying to do some planning, like in June and whatnot, there was a whole different vibe. Same conversation. And I'd say, you're going to be lucky to get 100, 60 is more likely. No. Well, then I'm not going to let you even near it because I know I can get 200 and I'm not going to settle for 100. And it's like, you know what, Mom, you can ask for 200 if you want. You can ask whatever price you want. But the difference between you asking 200 and you getting 200 is a chasm. So at the end of the day, you're not going to have $200. You're going to have that lamp and some broken dreams. Because what I'm telling you is reality. Well, I refuse to accept it. Then you have a lamp. You know what I mean? There was a real difference in the way that she was able to process what I was telling her. I definitely think that's when, and I mean, a stroke is a brain event. Wondering what area of the brain was affected that would cause that. Probably something up here. Frontal lobe kind of tweaking of some sort. I don't know. I'm not a neurologist, but I have played one on stage. It's actually kind of true. Anyway. Still got a lot of questions and mysteries that I'll never have answers for. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to take that nap. Then get up and take some more pictures. Because I got their stuff and my stuff and some more of their stuff and some more of my stuff. And it'll be great. Oh, anyway. It'll be okay. It's a lot of work. A lot of it's tedious. Make it a great day.